We're going to get to the Democratic National Convention coverage in a moment, but we have some breaking news. This just in, Apple has set a day for a product launch. They don't specify the product, but it's September 12th, and there's a 5 in the shadow there, which may mean it is the iPhone 5 being launched. That is what is widely expected anyway. We have more on that on WSJ.com. But now let us return to our coverage of the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte. Democrats are using lots of social strategies to try and engage voters, including this very strange ad.
Hey, this is Barack. Listen, I need to know if you're on board. Okay, good. Because I'm counting on you. Everybody is. We have to get this right. So there's a lot at stake here. Just remember that I'm trusting you on this, and I'll see you there.
Dude, who was that? Sounded intense.
The president.
Sweet.
Cal Penn.
Okay, that's Cal Penn, otherwise known as Harold and Kumar there, pitching for the president himself. And that's part of the Democrats' strategy to engage younger voters. And we got Liz Heron joining us now with the Wall Street Journal in Charlotte. And there she is on the screen. Thank you very much for being there. Who doesn't love Harold and Kumar?
Yeah, Simon, I think that clip is actually a perfect encapsulation of Obama's social media strategy. He's really trying to get young, wired, engaged voters to almost think of him as like a meme, you know. So he's trying to get these digital voters to really pay attention to him with social media.
Now, Cal Penn was the Kumar actor, but he was also part of the administration, right? Tell us about that, because he's not a random pick at all.
That's right. Yeah, he was, I think, worked on the public engagement strategy of the Obama administration for a few years when Obama first came into office in 2008. And has since sort of stepped back from that role, but is obviously playing a big role here at the convention and really trying to get those young voters interested, engaged, laughing, and paying attention.
Do you think
and that's not the only thing that Obama has done recently.
Sorry, carry on.
I was just going to say that's not the only thing Obama has done recently to get the sort of younger digital voters paying attention to him. He also just recently did something on a website called Reddit.com, which is very young. It's almost invisible to older people, I would say. And he went on there and did a feature they call Ask Me Anything, which is basically people from all walks of life go on and they answer any question or many questions put to them for about 30 minutes. And that was a huge moment for the Reddit community to have President Obama on there talking to them.
Now, there's also been strategies of buying trends on Twitter. Tell us about that.
Well, it's not exactly buying friends. What people have done, actually in this case, the Republicans, they have bought promoted trends. So if you go to twitter.com and you see on the left-hand side, there's a list of trending topics, which basically just means what topics are rising the fastest in Twitter. This could be worldwide, just in the United States, in a specific city. And so last week during the GOP convention, Romney bought a promoted trend. I believe it was Believe in America. And this week, today, the RNC has bought another promoted trend, which is Are You Better Off? And of course, this is guaranteed to try to get a conversation going about, you know, are people really better off under Obama and sort of undercut Obama's convention.
Is there any sense of which side is winning in this particular strategy, or is it all muddied up with other things?
I would say it's a bit too early to tell who exactly is winning, but Obama certainly has had some success in a way that Republicans haven't. For instance, Twitter just put out the word yesterday that you know, the most retweeted individual tweet, the most viral tweet of the GOP convention didn't actually come from a Republican. It came from Barack Obama himself. And this was a tweet he sent right after Clint Eastwood's improvised speech talking to an empty chair that was supposed to represent Obama. And Obama's team, social media team, put out a tweet with a picture of him in the presidential chair saying, actually, this seat is taken. And, you know, that clever tweet, that sort of play on the the topic of the moment, Clint Eastwood's speech, really garnered them a ton of attention, and I think it's got something like more than 54,000 retweets and counting at this point, which is more than any other Republicans tweet during their convention.
Tell us about the DNC I'm There tweet ad.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Tell us about the DNC I'm There ad.
Ah, yes. So the DNC, one way in which they're trying to engage voters via social media is, they've talked a lot about this idea of the convention without walls, that you don't actually have to be in the convention to take part. So they're encouraging Democratic supporters to take pictures of themselves with little posters that say, I'm there, and post them to social media, and then the DNC is collecting the photos and displaying them in various places. And what's interesting about this is that the little posters they're giving out don't just say I'm there. They also have a Spanish language version, Estoy ahí. So it's kind of an interesting strategy to really put out there that they don't just want English-speaking social media users to engage with them. They also want Spanish-speaking social media users as well.
Now, as people are congregating in Charlotte, have you got any sense of the mood there? Is it an optimistic mood? Is there a lot of excitement?
Yeah, I'd say, today is really the first official day of the convention, so people are trickling in. Michelle Obama is going to speak tonight, which has been getting a fair amount of attention on social media. Yesterday there was a big festival that they do every year here, and was sort of tied in this year with the DNC that people seem to enjoy. And then on social media, I think it's just getting ramped up here. The campaigns are sort of dueling and putting out their various messages on social media, but I think it'll take us a few days to really see where the excitement lay when it came to the conventions. One interesting thing to note is that overall, neither candidate is actually getting a lot of positive attention on Twitter, according to their spokesperson, Adam Sharp. Both of the candidates are receiving majority negative tweets, which is just sort of an interesting thing to bring up in light of how many resources and how much time they're putting into their social media strategies. But I think it'll take us a few days to see how Charlotte plays out there.
We shall see. Thank you very much, Liz Heron. Liz is the social media director here at the Wall Street Journal, so more on that on WSJ.com.